Hi all, and welcome to the video. It's Friday night in Anarchy Online, and for Storm Guild, that means it's raid night. Right, so at the minute we're at 12 man, and I'm on my enforcer, and he's never done this raid before. By that I mean I have done 12 man. Oh, someone's pulled him already. I've done 12 man. I've lost count of how many times on my shade, my fixer, my keeper, certainly. So I literally have no idea what I'm doing. Thankfully, the rest of the guild does know what to do, and I've just sort of got lumped with tanking tonight. So don't expect any great tanking tips, because I haven't got any. Right, so are we pulling him, or are you? I think someone's pulling the left hand first, which is usually a bit better. I'm not sure. I can't pull him. I need to speak to someone first, don't I? Do I? See, I'm usually at the back waiting to either just damage or anti-fear with my keeper. So I'll speed up through the boring bits. But we're getting the 12-man buff because we're doing a couple more raids directly after this. Ooh, we're on the left hand. Okay, if I just single taunt, I don't want to mongo where I'm standing just now. Well, actually, yeah, if I get to this corner, sorry for the camera angle, but it can get a bit buggy in here. I can now mongo. I should be able to. Yeah, there you go. I've snagged aggro off him, and basically that is the tank's job, is to keep aggro off everyone else. So I'll do this, and then shades, etc., can all stand safely in the corner while we pound on this guy and he pounds on me. Okay, so we are now on the right hand. It's cast a debuff on me. Oh god, we've got the other one as well now. Right, I need to lose this debuff. As you can see, I can't actually do anything while I've got it. I can't fight or taunt. So I need to go east through this rather dark bit here. It's quite funny, I'm holding my Pride of the Zan with my tail. Right, so that gets rid of that debuff, and I can head back to the fight and try and pull the aggro back. I don't think they've got the other guy calmed yet, so yeah, I'm just gonna have to rinse and repeat on Imongo and take damage off both of them. Right, and yeah, unfortunately, I've now got the bird debuff, so I'm going west, as you can see on screen, and it's the same routine again. We just hit this little thing here, and there's someone else who's got it, and run back as quick as we can to the fight. Now, as soon as we get the right hand down, we need to get to the middle and deal with the main guy. So at the minute it's fighting the Krat's pets there. That's and now the soldier. So aggro's gone a bit pear-shaped for the moment. So as soon as this guy's down, we get to the middle. And as always, save your specials for the towers, because the towers take everything out of your NCU that you're currently using. Alright, I think he's on me now. Another thing this guy can do is a mind control. So without anti-fear, because the mind control comes from the fear line of nanos, he can actually force you to attack other players. And while it's running, you can't stop them. You can quite easily kill someone if they were low and you've got loads of damage. So thus far, it seems like we're getting away with that one, and the towers are dropping very rapidly, as they should. So we'll speed up from here and just get him a bit more central. Yeah, there you go. That just makes it easier for where the towers spawn for people to deal with. Right, and we'll speed it up from here. And we're coming up to the end now. And the deranged Zan is down. So, don't know what he dropped. He's doing a... Ah, right, okay. Time for a few gesticulations. Right, so we've divvied out all the loot, and I'm now simply going to run to where we're going next. And we decided on doing a beast run. So I'm just going to run to the west, in case you don't know about this. I'm sure most of you do at this sort of level range, 220. Keep going west till you meet the stairs, up the stairs, then you want your Inferno ring, and click that on this button, like so. And that places us inside Pandemonium. Make sure you've got a hold hell at bay or you will get a lot of damage. Right, so we're going to sort of sort out teams, buffs, etc. And then enter into the instance and make our way to the beast through the various mobs on the way. I think we're just waiting on... Yeah, I think some people have gone off to buy, you know, extra bullets, stuff like that. Everything, yeah. Right, so we're in and we're off. There's a quick way through which we're going to use, which is, as you can see, it's called wall running. Although we're not going to run all the way there along the wall. We're just using it to avoid mobs that we don't really need to kill. So we head this way, northwest, then sort of eastish, and this spot here is pretty good for fighting ads. And what you will generally do is kill off as many ads as you can, especially these pink ones. You see this sort of ghost of one? Oop, now he's on the ground. Yeah, those will heal the other mobs, and they're very effective healers. So it's always a good idea to get those down. So as you can see, this is an old guild raid run, meaning that everyone involved is part of Storm Guild, which is my guild. Right, I don't know if we Ah, that's a bit odd. Right, well I seem to have zoned magically into my last save point, which is Inferno Garden. So right, I'm going to run back, and if you don't know the way, exit via the frontier and run incredibly fast like I am. I don't have any Inferno boots, so I'm having to sort of tank the dot you get in Inferno. And you literally head in a northeasterly direction. You'll generally see quite a few players along here because this is exactly the same way to where the Inferno mission instances are. So most people will go to the cave or the interior where Ergo is, and over to the west there is the new Inferno missions entrance. Right, so same again, ring on the button, and I'm just going to charge through. As you can see, this is quite sped up. Oop, another lag spike. It could just be a busy Friday night in Anarchy Online. Right, where are we at? Well, I did say it was quite a strong raid team we had, as you can see. The Zod's already down. Right then, so we are going to kill off some more ads here. You do want to get rid of that Zod or completely avoid him by going along the wall, because you'll go up to the next section to zone to the next part of Pand, and it will warp you back to where it is, which is quite annoying. So best to either kill it or completely avoid aggro with it. So normally we just come over to this corner here and deal with the ads here. We don't want to aggro pinks just yet because, like I said before, they will heal everything. So not the best camera angle I've ever come up with. Ooh, I think someone just died. Not my fault. Should have waited for the tank. Right. So we'll get rid of this pink. In the meantime, I'm going to tackle the Scourge. Timid Spectral Scourge. Now, big as this mob is, it doesn't actually drop anything. And he's down. And when they die, a little porthole opens up. So we're going to just rebuff and use the porthole. Depending on how long the fight took. That, I didn't actually time that, but it was pretty quick. But my raid window is bugged. I can only see 1, 2, 3, 8 people. And there's more than 8 of us here. But never mind. Right, and over the bridge, as you can see, people have already sort of blasted through here. And again, it's just mopping up the ads. And the way we're going to do this is, because we have so many healers and damage dealers, we're not going to calm the pink and skillfully fight the mob. We're just going to kill everything in our path. Right. That's him. Right. Let's get rid of pinks. We definitely don't want, because they will re-heal the big mob. That one there, the Night Heart. And it's got enough HP as it is, so. Right, are we charging up yet? Oh, no. Oh, he's used the taunter device. Right, so I think we've engaged aggro with the Night Heart, but we'll bring down these ads anyway. Right, time to go look at the big guy. Army Trox there has been kind of off tanking while I held the other ads away from the docks. Okay, and it's just a case of rinse and repeat. We just wail on this guy for a while. The DD will bring him down and bring down any ads. Pink healed him. Right, so here we are. He's almost down. And that's him. Now, this guy drops intelligent symbionts and can drop also stat buffing NCU belts, which when you first pick them up give you 50 to 2 specific stats. They can be stamina and strength, I think intelligence and psychic, and then also there's one for sense and agility, which makes twinking on different gear and other symbionts much easier. It can be upgraded with a multicoloured screwdriver. Just stop the dot getting killed here. Yeah, it can be upgraded with a multicoloured screwdriver, and the stats are then plus 70. Right, so we're going to clear these ads and move on to the next porthole boss, I suppose you'd call him. And I've run out of stims. While everybody else went to go and get stuff, I forgot to. How high can I go? 1372. I guess that means I can use 160-ish, 175-ish from memory. I can't tell because I've run out. So I'm just asking if anyone else has any spare. Otherwise I'm going to have to get them, or I'll keep running out of nano while trying to tank, which isn't what we want. Right, so I should be alright for this next guy, but I definitely don't want to be doing the boss without. Right. There's single taunt, I think. Oh, someone's pulled the pink anyway, so might as well go on the for the full Mongo. And he's down. So again, senior subjugator doesn't actually drop anything. It's only the Night Heart that does. Right, so we click on the little blue portal. Or am I going to just go straight back to the garden at this point? Yeah. We'll probably clear the ads on the next section, I'd say. Right, so one more boss to go before we get to the beast. Apparently Sirius died. Right, I am going to pop back to the garden as quick as I can. So I'll use... where have I put it? Ah, yeah, there we go. I am saved there, so yeah. And the weird sort of pause you get every time you enter the garden. Right, let's go and find the stim vendor. He's up here, isn't he? Yeah, blue one. Right, so that's stims bought, and back to the raid. Right then. So they've made a start without me. As I say, it's a very strong team, so we should be alright. Managed to jump as well then. Right then, and it's clobbering time again. And down you go, big fella. Right. I always end up looting instead of clicking the portal, no matter what I do. Just, oh. Someone delete that. Right, and we're here. We're on the I don't know what you'd call this, the platform before the boss. So, or before the beast. And there's an easy way in. Geronimo! Right, and there he is, the big ugly thing. So, just make sure we're all buffed up, etc. Yeah, people wanted essences and whatnot. So, charge! First ever go at tanking the beast deliberately. I hasten to add, on an enforcer. And he's blinded me straight away. Okay, so it's a pretty simple fight. It's tank and smank, pretty much. The only tricks the boss has got is he has a reflect, which he sometimes throws up, and you'll know straight away, because every time you hit him, you'll get 1k of damage reflected at you. He has a few debuffs. You can tell when you've got them pretty easily because you turn into something like a spirit, and you'll get anywhere between 0 and 4 waves of extra mobs running in, and you do need to deal with them, especially the pinks, because they will heal the boss back up pretty damn rapidly. So I'll speed up as we get through the fight. It's the first wave of ads. So what have we got? Yeah, spiders. They basically just do a lot of damage to players. So we have a caller in the raid group who literally everyone else assists with. So they constantly have a macro assisting that one person who's keeping an eye on what mobs everybody is shooting at. Back to more spanking of the beast. And he's about halfway now, and we've got another wave. There we go, and we've got pinks. So I'm going to try and pull everything to me, and then the ranged can just decimate them. Some are at a range of Mongo, so yeah, they've healed him up a little bit, as you can probably tell on the HP bar on the beast. He was at halfway, he's just gone back over. So as soon as his ads are down, we should be okay to carry on wailing on him. And that's wave 3, I think. Might not have been. Almost there now. I think I've actually got a mission running for this guy as well. I do. I just got the mission. Oh, I was going to make the scream quite loud in the video because it's very it's a very good effect they added. Right, so he's down and there's loot to sort of allocate out. So in Storm we basically anyone that's part of the raid group can loot on any other character they've got if they can get it here, obviously. And there's no sort of raid points or any system such as that. We just literally open roll on any item. So if 3 people want a burden and there's only one, well, you've got a 3-to-1 chance of getting it. And it's as simple as that. Number 9. That's part of my quest. I'm just going to talk to him, and I'll cut that bit out because I think it's quite long-winded. Oop. But a few creds is always nice. Right, okay, so I've been through the dialogue with him, and when I go back I'll get the star I want for this guy. Ooh. Some rather drunken running here. And as I said in an early video, in the Crypt of Home one, yes, you exit in Broken Shores when you exit the beast. So it's a quick burn down south to the grid. Oh yeah, ICC is still where you want to go. And instead of having to run across a little landing field, you now just click on this up button. And which way am I going? Yeah, head north to where it says out zones. There's no waiting for a shuttle, you just simply walk in and you're there. Right, so we're going to do, I think, Sector 35, but before you do, always talk to this guy. If you haven't got the authorization, then you haven't got the buff, and without the buff, you will die quite badly. That's why we call it the Darwin Gate. Right, and off to Sector 35. This is a pretty easy run. You literally follow the guy, kill all the mobs, and then it only becomes interesting when you get to the end. So I'll do like an abridged version of this on the video, otherwise it would be a very long video of a lot of mobs dying. Right, and we're off. And literally all the tank does is Mongo and pull all the mobs to him. The healers keep the tank alive, and the damage dealers bring them down. It's really that simple getting there. I'll pop up the map in a second. And I think one of us is stood on a mine. That's another thing that can happen in here. There's mines that can be tricky to see. There's the map. And we're not going past the skeleton, we're sort of going sort of north, and then we'll kind of go northwest. Right, what I will tell you before we get to the boss is when you get there, there's a couple of towers. You absolutely do not want to aggro them. The mobs will try and damage them. If they do take the HP bar on either tower down, you've got a big problem. If you aggro the tower, it will kill you. And unless you're a soldier with AMS, and when AMS runs out, it'll still kill you. So, luckily, AoEs do not affect the towers, but you can tab them accidentally and start attacking, and the second you do, you're pretty much dead. As you can see, you do get a few mobs. You can see by the huge pile around the feet of my enforcer. I had to jump there because the doc said, "Where the hell is he?" Right, and when you've taken down all the ads, hopefully, 2 bosses spawn. You will get a general and a support. Now you want to take out the support boss first. If you try and take out the other general, you'll be there pretty much indefinitely, because the support boss will keep healing him. Right, so we're on the support alien boss, and we're going to spank him. Trying to get a half decent camera angle. Several minutes later, and support boss is down. Right, and that boss will drop loot. If you check AOU, it will tell you what that loot is. Oh, I thought I'd aggroed the tower then. But if I have, I'm out of range of it now. And again, tank and spank until he's down. And that's it. That's area sector 35 rather, done. Right, and I'll leave the video here as we sort of divvy out loot in exactly the same way. It's an open role for anyone that attended the raid, and occasionally people who didn't if nobody else wants that bit of loot. And that's the way we roll in Storm. Right, so I'll just say bye for now.